Hello everyone, hello my dear students, and welcome back to my channel, that is conceptual knowledge. Okay, so now I'm just here in front of you people with the corollaries of the basic proportionality theorem. Now today I'm going to discuss, in this video I'm going to discuss with you people the corollaries. So without wasting any time, just let us move fastly, because otherwise the video length is going to be too large. Okay, so let us start the discussion of the corollaries. So all of you are knowing that what are the corollaries. Corollaries you people must be knowing about that. Corollaries are the statements which must be driven from the theorems. It means whose truthness depends upon the truthness of the theorem. It means we are going to derive some of the statements from the theorem, then that the statements are going to be corollaries. Okay, so we are going to prove that theorems using the applying or using the theorems. We are going to prove that statements, the corollary statements, by using the theorems only. Okay, so the corollary says that if a triangle ABC, in a triangle ABC, line PQ parallel to BC intersects AB in P and AC in Q, then, so here I had drawn the smaller triangle also, so that people don't are confused. So this is a triangle ABC in which AB is intersected at P and AC is intersected at Q. Now we have to prove two corollaries. I'm just going to prove in front of you. AB by AP is equals to AC by AQ, and AB by PB is equals to AC by QC. Okay, so from the basic proportionality theorem we are knowing, the first one I'm proving, AP by PB is equals to AQ by QC. Okay, so if you are knowing that AP by PB is equals to AQ by QC, and then see here what we are doing, just first of all we are trying to reciprocate it. So no need to state it, that just implies that, and just we can just write it so that can be understandable. Okay, so now PB divided by AP is equals to QC divided by AQ. Just reciprocated the statement, and now on adding 1 both sides we get, so when we are going to add this 1 both sides we get this statement, and then I'm just written over here. So now this AP is going to be added, so PB plus AP divided by AP is equals to QC plus AQ divided by AQ. Okay, so you can see from the figure that PB plus AP is going to make AB, and QC plus AQ is going to make AC. Okay, so in place of that we can replace as AB and AC, so we got our required result. Similarly we can go for the second proof. See here, so the same statement we are going to do, and this is very easy. I hope that you will understand the things very easily. See here, so this time again we are going to use from the basic the statement we are going to use from the basic proportionality theorem, from the figure AP by PB is equals to AQ by QC. All of you are knowing this. Okay, now again on adding 1 both sides we are going to get what we are going to get. So you can see it in the video, it's quite clearly visible to everyone. So we had added plus 1, so we got this, and now again just to do the fractional addition, we all are knowing it's very simple stuff, you know. So just go through it. AP plus PB divided by PB is equals to AQ plus QC divided by QC. Okay, I hope so you people are understanding all the things, and if you found any doubts you can just get to me in the comment box, and I'll try to address your problems. Okay, so therefore obviously again this time AP plus PB, you can see in the figure, AP plus PB is going to make AB, similarly AQ plus QC is going to make AC. Okay, so we got it like this. Okay, now just I'm going to discuss with you people the converse of Thales theorem also over here. So let us try to understand the converse. So before going through the statement of the converse of the Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem, let us first of all go through this activity. It's a very simple system. Just I am again and again telling you people, observation is one of the very it means important thing and a wonderful thing from which you get to know lots of things. Okay, so please keep on observing everything. So just let us observe over here that if we are having shape like this, AXY or YAX XAY, a type of acute angle you can say that we are making, a type of triangle also, like different triangles we are getting, AB1C1, AB2C2, AB3C3, we are getting a different triangles. So not an issue, all of you are understanding very easily. But the thing which we need to observe and we need to just think of is that when we take out the ratios AB1 divided by B1B, you can see here I had written AB1 divided by B1B. So I had just divided the line in equally, this also and this also, AX also and AY also. So this is 6 parts, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if this one part we are taking, then obviously this is the 5 part. So if the ratio we are going to take, then it will become 1:5. So similarly I'm just doing over here 1:5. So I had written is like this. Okay, so now see, so what the thing is going to be observed, that we find that this line B1C1, when we saw that these two ratios, this side and this side, if we are taking the ratio and we found that both are equal. So once we found that both are equal and equal to 1/5, then obviously it's not an issue that 1/5 or 2/4 or whatever ratio, but the thing is this, these two sides ratio should be equal. So once they are equal, so we are going to observe one of the very wonderful phenomena, that is, or observation you can say, that B1C, this line is going to be parallel this with this third line. Okay, so B1C is going to be parallel with BC. Similarly, we take AB2 by B2B and AC2 by C2C, and we found that both are equal, as I had shown over here, 2/4. So again we found that B2C2 is going to be parallel to BC. Similarly, B3C3 is going to be parallel to BC. So this is the observation. It means we are seeing that these the lines, if the ratios are going to be equal, then the line is going to be parallel. So this is only the statement of the converse of the Thales theorem. So without wasting the time, just getting over it. So if a line divides to the statement, see here, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line must be parallel to the third side. So this is the statement. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, okay, so if the ratio is going to be same, like if we are having a triangle, this is the line which is going to divide these things in the same ratio, like PD by DAQ is going to be equal to PE by ER. What about if I'll just discuss with you people? So if they are going to equal, then we have to show that DE is parallel to QR. So this is the statement, this is going to happen. So obviously if it is going to happen, then we can prove it. So we are going to prove it. Okay, so let's start the proof. So in given all the things are written, a triangle PQR, and then L is considering a line M, and it is intersecting the AQ and PR at D and E, and this D, the ratio I had shown, PD by DQ is equals to PE by ER. It is given, these things are given. Now to prove, what is to prove? DE parallel to QR, which you can easily see in the figure, in the page or in the sheet, that D equals D parallel to QR, because we have to prove. Now let us start our proof. Okay, so the proof lies that if what we have to prove, we are just assuming opposite to that and getting a result which will give us the required result. So how it is going to happen, just please see everyone. So if possible, let DE be not parallel to QR. Now we are observing that if possible, then assume that D is not parallel to Q. Then obviously there must be some line which is going to be parallel to QR. So we are observing, or we are assuming that there must be some another line. So that is DF parallel to QR. So we are observing that DF is parallel to QR. Okay, now so if DF is parallel to QR, then obviously we are going to have the Pythagoras theorem. So sorry, Pythagoras, I'm saying. So we are going to have the Thales theorem. So I'm going to apply the Thales theorem, and we can get the ratio equal PD by DQ is equals to PF by FR. Okay, but in the question, what is given to us? In the question, it is given to us that PD by DQ. Okay, I need to show the diagram to you people also. PD by DQ is equals to PE by ER. It is already given to us, so I had written that. So from these two equations, assumed as equation 1 and 2. So from these two equations, we can easily see that this LHS equal, then obviously its RHS is going to be equal. So I had done that only from first and second we got. PF by FR is equals to P by FR. Again, adding 1 to both the sides, we are going to get some result, and that is when see PF plus FR, this is going to be added with this PF, and this is going to be ER is going to be added with P. So that only I had done over here. So PF plus FR divided by FR is equals to P plus ER divided by ER. And PF plus FR, see here, PF plus FR is going to be equal to PR. Similarly, PE plus ER is going to be equal to PR. Okay. So finally we are going to get PR by FRD is equals to PR by ER. So PR cancel, and just we do the reciprocal of it, and we can easily get this result. FR is equals to ER. Now we had got FR is equals to ER. You can see easily FR is equals to ER. How is it possible that FR is going to be equal to ER? Only when these 2 points are going to coincide. So it means we had got a result which will compel us to just think that there must be that these points must be coincident or coinciding, these 2 points. So from there we just deduce a result. The above result, this result, we are talking about this result, FR is equals to ER, is possible. It is going to be possible only when F coincides with E, otherwise it is not going to be possible. So when F is going to be coincide with E, so earlier only we had assumed that DF is parallel to QR. When DF is going to be, F is going to be coincide with E, then DF is going to be equal to DE. So if DF is parallel to QR, then obviously DE is also going to be parallel to QR. So directly, that's why I didn't written all the things, that means detailing it. So I just written after this coinciding with E. So therefore we are going to get our required result, that is DE parallel to QR. I hope so that I just tried my level best to make it understandable, but still if you found any problem or any trouble, you can just get in contact with me in the on whatever question you have. You can just ask in the comment box, then I'll try to address the questions. Thank you everyone, thank you for watching, and yeah, thanks once again.